Hey there, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together. All right, we are well on our way with the pig embroidery, and we are going to finish up some of the details on him and get started on the letter P tonight. And we're going to try the Drizzle Stitch out too. I did look that up before coming on here, and I think that'd be kind of a fun thing to try. So I'll tell you about that, and yeah, let's get going. All right, thanks everyone for popping in tonight. All right, so this is where we left off. We did this little flower, although I think I want to add to it a little bit, and I want to do the mushroom tonight, and I think I have a plan for that, which includes this Drizzle Stitch, but I do want to just try the Drizzle Stitch by itself first, and then I'll cut it away. And then we'll try it again over here. But to start off, I kind of want to add a little bit more to this flower. Like I have a little bit of, we have a great amount of thread. So I just wanted to add a little bit more to it, I think. So I'm going to go in with this orange and go in between each petal, just to add a little bit more texture to it. I've been thinking about it and feel like it needs a little something else. So we're gonna start there, and then this part will be done. So my brain won't be on it anymore. And then I wanted to try the Drizzle Stitch after that. And then I want to stitch the mushroom, and I might want to add some of the Drizzle Stitch to that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think just in between every other one of these, I wanted to just add one. I think that'd be cute. Just to give it a little bit more texture. I've been, I think really what is like, oh, maybe I need to update this flower a little bit. I'm rereading Mouse, and I'm like, oh, maybe that looks a little bit like a six-pointed star, a Star of David on the back of this pig. I'm like, I don't know if that's what I want to be doing, so I'm like, let's add a little bit more texture to it. And I think this is actually really, really, really cute. Okay. Oh, this would be fun. Actually, like doing a little rainbow in here would be so cute. I love the different colors. I'm not sure, now that I think about it, I am not sure I've ever done this before. I don't know if I've done a second color of Lazy Daisy, and that is looking so freaking cute. I don't know why I haven't done that before. I'm going to definitely do this again. Look how sweet it is with two different colors. Let me know if anyone else has done two colors like trading off like this before. This is cute. Pretty sure I haven't done it because it feels like a surprise to me, so I do not think I've tried this before. Oh, it's so sweet. Alright, I'm happy with this. I like it. And I still like that little white dot in the center. I think that's cute. Boop. Cute! Alright, I like it. I'm going to scooch you guys in a little bit more here. Alright. There we go. Okay, I'm going to weave in that end. That feels kind of special. It feels like almost like a little pinwheel back there. So let's weave in this end. Oh yeah, I think I feel better than I sound. Do I sound super weird yet? my head is definitely not as congested as it was yesterday. Boop. All right. That's cute. I like it. All right. Let's try this Drizzle Stitch. So this is what was suggested as something that would be really cute for a little pig tail. Now I couldn't really do that in this case because I already, we ironed on the tail, so the tail already had like this permanent thing. But if we didn't, this permanent line on the fabric that needs to be like covered up, and we've already stitched it. But if we didn't do that, we could have tried this Drizzle Stitch. So I do want to give it a go. I'm going to just kind of see if I have any scrap thread that's longish. Ooh, there, that's a nice long piece. So we're going to make this cream Drizzle Stitch right now. I got to pull a lot apart there. Actually, ooh, I have some yellow here. I kind of don't want to do it with all 3 strands. All the videos I watched, they were all using like hardly any thread. Okay, you know what? I am going to do it with this cream. Oh, there's 4 strands in here anyway, so I'm going to take one of the strands out, and I might just double this up. So I'm going to cut this out when I'm done. So I just want to give this a try. But just to do an easy start, I'm going to do a loop method of starting. So I'm just going to actually loop around some stitches that are already here, and I'm going to do my practice, my test Drizzle Stitch way at the top here. So, all right. Amy says, I've only done it in applique and wool. Okay, I've never done this before, but we're giving it a go. So I'm going to just come up here, and like I said, I'm gonna cut this out, so this might just look crazy. But I'm going to just come up, and let's see, how did that work? Do I go in the same, I probably don't go in the same hole. Guess I never looked at where they came out. Okay, I'm going to just guess that I go a little bit over. So I've seen it where you go, where you're straight in like this, or where you're sideways. And I think I'm going to do the sideways bit like that. So you start without the thread in your needle. So that's different. I haven't done that before. All right, so I think what you basically do is you hold it in your hand, and you want to do like a kind of twist. Let's see. I've never done it yet, so this will be my first time doing it. I think that was maybe too much of a twist. You're basically making a half hitch. Let's see. Which means... There we go. Okay. Oh, can I repeat that? There we go. So, all right, I need it where my long thread ends up being underneath. Okay, so I'm wrapping it around my finger and then kind of grabbing and flipping my finger around, and then I gotta get it on the needle. There we go. So I'm basically like casting on. So I'm gonna grab it again. Come back there and loop it on again. Grab it again and get it on the end of that needle. Grab again, get it on the end of that needle. Oh, this is so silly. So if we're looking really closely here, we literally are casting on. Like, I could knit with this if I really wanted to. If I wanted to make a tiny, tiny, tiny knit, we could do it. Oh, I don't think I did that one right. Hold on. Now it feels weird to me. Nope, I think we still got it. And in theory, it'll start to twist at this stage. I mean, like if I keep pulling it tight, it's gonna straighten out. But we actually want it to twist when we're done. But we'll do that when we pull it through. So, and now I'm thinking this is gonna greatly, how long this ends up, or like how long I can get this is gonna totally depend on how long my needle is. Okay, so that makes me think that's why they said use a milliner's needle in one of the things that I saw, because milliner's needles are pretty long. And in theory, for a pigtail, I'd want it like about as long as what that will be. Shakar, this is not going to be for anything. I am just testing a stitch. So this is called the Drizzle Stitch. It was suggested as an idea for the tail, but I had already stitched the tail, but I wanted to give it a try, so I'm just testing it. The only reason I'm testing it right here is because then I looped the start of this thread into the backs of some stitches there. I'm going to actually cut it out when I'm done. But I do think, you guys, I want to do this stitch. I want to stitch these little grasses in, but I thought we could add some short little drizzle stitches as like more grass. So like it'll be like little bits of grass poofing out. But I want to try and like what I'm trying to do here is like imitate one that I would have been for the tail if I would have done the tail this way. So I'm going to just keep looping this on. Again, I don't have the thread on the needle, or like I don't have anything in the eye of the needle, and I'm actually running out of thread pretty quick. So this sucks up the thread a lot. And like I said, it does seem like you might need a long needle if you want it extra long. I can probably squish it down there. Yeah, I can squish it. But let's just stop right there. Let's see what this looks like. So now you got to thread it. So that's the tricky part, right? But I'm just going to use my needle threader. That will make it way easier, I think. So I could just do this straight up, too, but I don't know. This way seemed like my needle wouldn't move as much, although it did kind of move quite a bit. This is my first time trying. Oh yes, it is kind of like oh, that's so funny. Shakar says, LOL, a unicorn. Yeah, this totally, I didn't even think of that. I was thinking, oh, maybe it'll look like a bow. But yeah, you're right. This is where a unicorn horn would go. Okay, so I thread the needle. And now I want to pull through, but I don't want to pull through like all the way here. So I'm just going to pull the needle up just barely till I'm through that first spot. There we go. And now I can go straight down. I have a feeling, oop, geez, I almost pulled it out. Oh my god, that would have been annoying. I have a feeling that this is not going to be the easiest thing to pull through. And actually, I'm going to give myself a little bit more slack here. So this freaks me out a little bit. So I'm going to actually just hold them all there. And we'll see how this goes. This, to me, seems like it could end up as a massive knot. We're going to go. All right. Oh my god, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, there we go. Got it. All right. Oh, and there we go. One of my threads pulled a little less than the other, but oh my god, it does look like a little unicorn horn. So it does naturally want to twist because just because we were doing a bunch of half hitches, and when you do a bunch of half hitches around, it'll just like keep going in the same direction. And this is actually, you guys, this is actually the same stitch, like a half hitch like this is the first half of the double stitch and tatting, right? So it's just like a little half hitch. So you can actually make this stitch with tatting by just going in the same direction over and over again. This is like a perfect unicorn horn, though, you guys. I think I should have done it like right here for a unicorn horn. But now maybe I want to do it, maybe I want it to be like a unicorn horn Like, I feel like I should make one now here, like do another one right here, but I think I'll just leave it for the grass. So I was thinking of doing like half as tall ones for the grass. It's so silly. Okay, I like it. All right, we're gonna take it out though. Um, but there we go. That is the Drizzle Stitch. I've never tried that before. I suppose you can pull it really tight like that too, and then we got more of the curl. Interesting. So, oh, Zinger says it will untwist. Let's give that a go. I want to see. Like, I haven't played with this, so that's interesting that you say that because and Cassie talks like does it untwist. That's interesting that you say that because when I saw this done, I'm like, there's nothing holding it in, right? Like, it's kind of like a Boolean stitch. Oh no, it's not really, is it? Yeah, I feel like with knitting, this would have just came out. Like if I pull on this, won't it just like unwrap on itself? I wonder. This feels like something that wouldn't hold up in the wash. I wonder if it just like I almost feel like you would almost need a bead on top or something. Like you would need some sort of something um, to stop it because you're basically just making a twist, right? Oh, Zinger says like because it's not knotted. Yeah, because you're basically making a twist and then like pulling the thread through the twist. So in theory, it would keep going, right? So I feel like you do almost need a knot or like a bead or something on top. I'm trying to force it to unravel, see if it does anything. I'm not sure I'd even be able to tell. Or if I like pulled really tight. I don't want to do that because I don't want to wreck my fabric, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that a little bit more, but like logically, I think you're totally right. Like that makes sense to me that like there's nothing really holding it in. Oh, Amy says no because you pulled the thread through the core, except for I pulled it through in the same way that I was twisting. Like if I went down and then pulled through again, like how you would do a Boolean knot, um, then you've actually attached it to something. So I don't know. I'm trying to picture it in my head because we're twisting that way. I don't know. Interesting. Why would it unravel with the thread sewn through the middle? Arlene's asking. Cause it's not sewn the other way. Like I feel like if the thread came up from the other direction, then it would be like a knot. Like then it'd be like a true knot. But this way, it's just like we're twisting it up, and then pulling the same thread through. I don't know. It doesn't seem. It doesn't seem like quite right in my head. Oh, use your needle to take it out. Yeah, let's see if I can force it to pull apart. But I don't know. I mean, this is how they did it for sure in the videos I watched. Oh, I'm using the eye of the needle. So this is all an experiment yet, right? Oh, Arlene says it's not a knot, but it's an anchor. I wonder maybe I could just go over the first stitch or something somehow. Yeah, I mean, it's not coming out. Huh. You're trying to pull it out and it didn't, so it seems pretty secure. Yeah, I mean, it's not coming out right now. Like, the only way it could come out is if I pulled all, like, if I was able to pull everything all the way through, and that's not really happening right now. So, I don't know. I'm gonna cut it out, and I think it worked pretty well, and it was kind of fun. Just gonna play with it a little bit more here. I've never done this knot before, so I'm just gonna play it with it. I'm just spreading it out again. Interesting. So it seems to actually be holding pretty well. I wonder if I used like a silkier thread, if it would be slipperier, and if it would have come like through the middle that way a little bit. But it seems to be working good. So all right, cool. New knot, a new stitch for me. So I do think I want to kind of give it a try. Oh, do the same way but come up from the bottom. So that's more like a Boolean knot where you come all the way around, I think. So this is a different thing. All right, so I'm going to do the mushroom. You would also weave it in, Arlene is saying. Oh, yeah. I would definitely, like, before the next stitch, I would weave it in for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think I still want to try it in like some little segments here, and we'll see how that goes. So the person that I saw do it, they did it in the same way. I watched a few videos, and they suggested you could use it for texture for like inside of flowers. You know, we could do like a bunch of them inside here, just to give like some more texture on it, and you know, that sort of thing. And I think I'm going to just do it for some texture of some of the little grass bits here. So we'll stitch these grass things as just straight lines, but then we'll add a little bit extra. Okay. All right. Let's do... Oh yeah, I was thinking of colors. I think I want to do red for around the outside, and then I wanted to take some of that white that I just kind of threw out here. I guess that's all the white I have left. I can get some more white here. But I think I want to do white dots, and then white satin stitch, base or whatever, the stem of this mushroom, and then we'll do some green grass. I think we'll do this pale green, like this celery, just because everything else is kind of light. So yeah, oh, those are 3 colors. That'll be cute together. All right, so let's start with, I guess, this red. We have to get fresh red. I haven't used red since we used up all our thread with the lion. Yeah, I'm still... Oh, what the heck? This only has 4 strands here. Did I already use this and, like, wind it back up? That's weird. I haven't done that yet. I must have. Weird. What the heck? We must have done that with the lion or something, but anyway, I only have 4 strands on this red thread and not 6 anymore, so that's bizarre. So I guess I'll just take 1 strand out of here. I'm sure if I go back in time to us working on a different one of these animals. we'll find out why that is, but I forget right now why we only have 4 strands on there. But anywho, there we go. Now we got 3. My needle, hope it's back there. Yep. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should do the satin stitch. Well, nah, I'm going to do the red first anyway. We'll do the satin stitch of the white next. So I'm going to do that thing where I leave a little end out for our last stitch, and that's what I'll weave in. So I'm just going to like leave that little bit there, enough for a stitch and to weave in. And I'm going to just back stitch around this. Yeah, I'm still not quite understanding this stitch. So the whole idea is that it would just stick up like that. And this is how they did it. They didn't come up from the bottom. It wasn't tacked down in any way. It was just, you go up the needle. Yeah, you go up the needle and then you thread the needle and pull it down. So it's not like a Boolean stitch where you go around the needle, but then your thread's still attached, so you're basically pulling it all the way through and like making like a circle with all the loops on. It's not like that. It's literally going up and then right back down. So it's almost like friction keeps it together and nothing else. Like it's not like I said, if it's the slipperiest material and you did this, I think it would all just like come out. But maybe because it's just fibrous. And maybe, Amy, like you said, you've only done it with applique and wool. So, I mean, with wool thread, for sure, that's going to, the fibers are going to hold it together. So maybe it's doing it a little bit like that with the cotton here. But yeah, in my head, though, it doesn't all connect. Like, I feel like you're twisting something up and then, like, untwisting it through the center, but it's not coming back down. And I'm wondering if we didn't do that half hitch, if we just went around and around and around, at that point it would pull through, right? Like, friction isn't holding that together. I don't know. I'm going to have to run an experiment now. Now I want to just twist around the needle and see if that does it. Because maybe it's the half hitches that are like kind of making it into a knot. Because in that case, am I sort of making a knot at the top because there's a half hitch? See, this is my brain right now trying to picture the physics of it all, and I can't quite do it. Yeah, because it's not a Boolean stitch, and I know that's another stitch where it's like knit like that, and then you just attach it down, like a Boolean stitch. But this was specifically, I looked up the Drizzle Stitch, which I hadn't ever heard before, and so I think that's, like, when it was described, I sort of got it, but, like, yeah, so maybe this is the difference, maybe? I don't know. Arlene says, points to ponder, Alyssa. This is the stuff that goes on in my head. Like, I'll just, and Jenna can attest to this, I'll just, like, stop in my spot. Like, I'll just stop whatever I'm doing, or if I'm in mid-walk somewhere, and I'll just stop, and I'll be, like, staring off into space, and then she knows, like, oh, she's calculating something else. This is the sort of stuff that, like, would stop me and just be like, okay, wait, how's that working? my brain needed me to stop moving so it could work harder. All right. Done with this red. like I just forgot what I was doing. I'm holding this like above, like to drop into my pile, and I was thinking about the drizzle stitch, and then I was just like paused there for a sec. Ah, goodness. All right, let's do this last stitch. And then we'll do the white satin stitch. White satin stitch, and then we'll get the 3 white French knots right away. And then I'll get the green out. We'll do the couple straight stitches of grass that are there, and then I do want to try this drizzle stitch again at a smaller scale. So like just like half the size is what I did earlier for the test. So they just look like little boops out of the fabric. And if they do come falling apart or whatever, then that's not the end of the world. I'll just cut them out. All right, let's do some white. I think I did need to kind of get more, and we have enough here, so I'm just going to do it. And I think I'm going to do the satin stitch with 3 strands. I know lately I've been doing it with just 2 strands, so I can do that splitting of the thread, but meh. I want 3 strands for the French knots, so we're just going with 3. And I think I used 3 strands for all of our short and long stitch, so it'll be like that. All right. One. Two. 3. Okay. Zoop. All right, let's thread this guy. So I think we'll probably be, primarily doing the letters tomorrow. So this guy ended up taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, but we played around with it more, and I was only here like halftime yesterday and stuff, so I don't think we'll even get to quilting it or anything. So tomorrow we'll just focus on the letters. Well, I'm hoping we still get a little bit started on that today, but who knows, maybe not. And then at least, though, tomorrow, well, I don't know, maybe this will take the whole time. I don't know. If we do have a little bit of time left, we'll at least prep it for quilting. So I can, I'm going to just go right up the center here. We're going to do a tall satin stitch because it'll be easy to get underneath these little red bits. But yeah, so if we do actually finish both the letters early tomorrow, then we can prep this for quilting, like get the backing and the batting all pinned up and stuff for this one and the owl. Oh, Teresa, I think I'm going to have some hot ginger tea when I'm done here. For sure. This is fun, just some vertical stitches here. I think we could have gone horizontal here, and actually maybe that would have made the shape of this a little bit nicer now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't care. I think it's fun vertical too. I'll just try and squeeze it in so it's a little bit more triangular at the bottom, but I don't know. I think that's fine. It's cute. All right, let's add our 3 little French knots here. Boop. 2, and 3. I don't know if John's on right now, Linda. That's funny, though. All right. There we go. He's cute. All right, I'm going to weave in that end. And I'm still thinking about this drizzle stitch. Like, I want to do a little test. And since I have this white on the needle, I'm just going to tuck this in, and then I'm just going to come up here for a sec. So yeah, they're taking the needle off and then putting it down like where they want the next stitch to be. So the other way to do this would have been just to like leave it up like this. And then, you know, same thing. I'm just putting all the little half hitches on. But like if I do one half hitch... Oh, yeah, you know what, you guys? So if I I did a half hitch here, right? That's actually making a knot. So if I thread it now and go straight down, I will have made a knot. So that is why it's staying in place. Okay. Whew, I feel so much better. Okay, I totally have the physics of this thing now. So basically, I could do anything I wanted underneath here now, but as long as I have a half hitch at the end, that is going to be a knot because I'm coming, like you can even see. So like if I do it bigger, my thread's all twisty, but see, I have a loop, and I will be now taking this, threading it, which means it's going to go straight down. So it's making a knot. So yeah, so it's a bunch of half hitches, but I think it could be even swirls. But as long as I have a half hitch at the top, I'm making a knot right at the top. So that's why it's not able to pull through anymore, because that top one is an actual knot, and that's because we did these half hitches. So, okay. I think that makes sense. Although, I feel like I've done those knots before in other cases, and if you pull enough, they'll, like, flip. Like in tatting, like it'll flip to the other side if you pull hard enough, and then it gets messed up a little bit, right? It's like when you flip a knot in tatting, that's when it would like pull the other direction or something. So, okay, but I'm gonna pretend I didn't think about that part. I'm gonna pretend that it's still just a knot at the top. All right, but what I was thinking, so then the other idea that I had in my head, like, what if you just twisted it and then brought it through? Now the knot wouldn't be at the top in that case, so maybe it would pull through. I think that's the deal. Okay, I think I mentally have it. I feel better. Okay. Yeah, and if I just twisted, I think it would actually pull through. Yeah, because the knot in the twist, we're like making a one big knot, and it wouldn't be a knot till it's way at the bottom. So I would just be able to keep pulling. Whereas in the drizzle stitch, the knot ends up at the top. So it doesn't really give me the option of all that slack to pull through. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. Let me know if any of that made sense. Like if you followed any of that train of thought, and if it sounds like solid logic. If not, let me know. It's a little fuzzy up there yet. Okay, do I have any green left? I'm gonna kind of need a lot. I'm gonna just get a new piece. So I'm gonna stitch these little buggers first. I have 5 knots here. Jenna's here now. Jenna can attest that if my brain stops and goes into deep thought, I just stop and start staring into space. Like I stop mid-action of whatever I'm doing and start like I can't process that much RAM and have my body move at the same time or something. Alright, 2. Okay, I'm like questioning myself now if I should use 3 strands or 2 for this. I'm gonna go for 3. Let's see what this stitch ends up being with 3 strands. Hopefully not a disaster. But we're experimenting, so let's see how it goes. I don't veer from our little basic stitches very often, so it's kind of fun to play around a little bit more. I mean, I kind of love that too. I love that you can do a lot with just all the basics, but it is fun to play around with these other textural things. Or not just textural things, but just like lots of other fun stitches. Oh, Jenna says the stare equals give her a second. Oh God. Yeah, that feels appropriate. Yeah, I'm working something out. Oh God. All right. Let's stitch these little guys. And so I want to come back with like, I don't know, maybe 3 or so of these drizzle stitches in here. Just to like add a little bit more texture. A little bit more texture to the little grass bits. I kind of feel like the mushroom needs more. Oh, what? Oh, it felt like I had something going wrong up back there, but there's just a lot of stitches. Okay. So let's just do one of these. I'm just going to come up. I'm randomly going to pick a spot. So theoretically, these are going to be fatter, more textural like stitches, right? So that would be like fatter and bigger than these stitches. So that would, suggest that it's either larger grass or it's closer to us and appears larger, right? So I'm going with that all the grass is about the same. So this would be grass that's closer to us, like if we're talking like if it was real life. So since I'm thinking like that, I'm going to actually have it be like in front, like a little lower and the idea that it's in front of these other grasses. All right. Yeah, I guess I just come up and I guess in these videos I never looked to where you come up, but you'd have to go back in almost the same hole, I think. So I'm going to treat it like a French knot where you're not going in the same hole, but you're going close. So I'm going to go right there. Now let's try this where I just stay vertical like this. So I'm going to take it out of the needle, because for this stitch, it's not like the Boolean stitch or something where I do leave the thread in the needle, in the eye of the needle. It stays out for this. Okay, let's see if I can get this again. Okay, I feel like I'm doing it different than before, but I think this is still right. So we're basically making that half hitch, right? So half hitch is just a loop, but where that bottom is going underneath, right? So this part is underneath this part of the loop. And we're going to just pull that down. Yep. I kind of think this is easier with the needle up like this. And actually with the fabric in a hoop, the hoop gives us like another 1/4 inch or so. So I can like put this, like I can feel the tip of the needle on the table, so I know, it's not popping out or anything. Although I feel like I'm almost about to do that now, but oh, we're doing it. Okay, so yeah, I guess putting it in the, adding that little extra stitch to have it be horizontal in the fabric, I think maybe that would give us a little bit more stability here. And you know what? I'm going to do that again. Let's just go like that. I'm just going to stab that in there. Yeah, that's given us a little bit more stability, so that makes sense. Oh, I forgot. I don't need to go that far in this either. I was just going to keep going, right? Ooh, Gina says stick the needle in your wool mat. Ooh, that'd be a good idea. Well, I'll do that for the next one. So I don't need this to be this long, or very long, because it's just going to be like these little glass or grass bits. So let's just go ahead and do it this long. I'm going to use the needle threader again. I think that saved me energy last time. Zoop. All right. Pull through. Okay, so now I have kind of a lot of thread here, which scares me, but let's give this a go again. So I'm going to untuck my little end bit there, and all right, I'm going to put my thumb on there again just to hold all these loops in place. It scares me. All right, and let's pull all this through. You know what this feels like? It feels like tatting still, like when you pull a ring through and you hope it goes and doesn't get all torn up. But all right, there we go. It is cute. It's silly and cute. Okay, I like it. Let's do at least two more. I'm gonna do one over here. Or let's do one more over here. Maybe close to the last one. Yeah, let's go right here. And then maybe one in front of the mushroom a little bit, and then one over here. That would be kind of cute. We'll probably use up the rest of this thread. So all right, and so now I can take it off the needle again. Oh yeah, let's try the mat. Because why not? We're experimenting. Ooh, and an aspirin in a jar. I've been doing the lemon and honey and the vitamin C, but I haven't heard an aspirin in that. I'm not even sure we have aspirin, honestly. But I'm definitely going to do... Ooh, that is solid in there. Okay, I like that. That was a good idea, Gina. But yeah, I will for sure get some more hot water, lemon, ginger, honey water. Okay, this works fabulous. Love it. Okay, this is the way to do it. It's nice that it's straight up. Like, I like that, this hand is just staying, holding the thread. It's not even moving, and yeah, this is nice. Process is sped up. We'll do one more. And actually, while it's in there, it's going to be easy to thread, too. Alright, I like that solution the best. Nice. Okay. I kind of feel like I could lift this whole thing up and the needle would stay and take care of itself, but let's not assume that. Oh, my finger's stuck. There we go. These are just so silly. Ah, God, it's funny. All right, let's do one more next to that bunch. So it looks like a little clump of grass, and I want this one to go in front of the mushroom, as if all this clump of grass is in front of the mushroom. All right. And, okay, I keep forgetting to take it off the needle. Like, it's like, what's next? And like, it's just funny to do a stitch where you're not actually on the needle. Alright, cool. Oops. Drop that one. I can kind of keep my thumb on the top so they don't pop off. Whoop. Okay, this is fun. Now I want to do a whole something with this stitch. This is silly. They're goofy. Like how I wanted to do a whole like quilt with a whole pile of turkey work stitches all over. I feel like I need to do like little bunches of these all over them too. Let's do one more. Drizzle Stitch. Okay, I gotta remember this one, you guys. Okay. Hold those guys in place. Ooh. Are you coming through there, guy? Oh, this doesn't feel right. I'm just like pulling the fabric out. Come on. There it goes. There we go. It was just being... Uh-oh. Now we got ourselves a knot. Hold on. Felt like we were getting a little twisty. I should have untwisted a little bit. Oh, no. I think this one's going to be a no-go. You guys, it's like I was saying with doing the tatting double stitches if you flip one the wrong way. I almost feel like that's what happened here. Hold on. I'm going to try and surgery this puppy. Alright. Nah, we're taking that one out. Let's see how easy this is to take out. I suspect not. It felt weird pulling through, though, like something was off for sure. So can I even pull this all the way out again? Alright, I was actually able to pull it through right now, and I think I just had like a little, I have to like put this stitch back in, but I think there was just a little bit of thickness to part of this thread. I think that might have been the problem. So hold on, I think we got it worked out. I just gotta like get it back in here. There, I think we got it. It's a little funky, but hold on, let me stretch the hoop again. I might just try and tack that down. I'm going to just come up here. I think they're supposed to bloop out all over the place, but I'm just going to go right through the stitch and kind of put a tiny, tiny little anchor stitch at the base. There, now it's pointing a little bit more upright, I think. I don't know. That's maybe a solution. All right, and let's do, I think, one more over here. like maybe right here. And then we'll call it enough. Oh gosh, you guys, it's 9:30 almost already. So we did hardly any. We did like this little area tonight, just playing with this stitch. But this was fun. It was fun to play around with another stitch tonight. So tomorrow we'll work on the letter P, and we'll just see how far we get on that. We might not even get done tomorrow. We will see. Oh, hello. Courtney Kitty says, I love that. It looks like the little pig is just watching you. Yeah, he looks like, yeah, you're right. He's judging me. He's excited. He's not judging. He looks pretty happy. He looks excited that I'm learning this new stitch just in front of his eyes here. That is funny. Okay, so I'm wondering, like, that was a little difficult to pull through. I'm wondering if maybe I just am maybe getting these stitches like a little too tight at this point, and I should just like chill and not have them be as tight. At least not with like all three like things of thread here. I'm thinking if I used like one strand or two, it'd be a little bit easier. All right, I think that's good already. That's a good height. And this is handy that it's in the wool, the needle. I mean, it's easy to get the needle threader through and stuff. Boop. All right, let's give this a try again. There we go. That felt way better. It's so silly. All right, I'm going to just... I kind of feel like I need to tack that one down, too. I might do that. I mean, I think theoretically, if you're making this stitch, you want it to kind of stand, like, straight out, but I kind of want it to feel like it's going up. So I am just going to, like, tack it down a hair, and hopefully you don't see this stitch. There we go. But that should hold it up a little bit at that base. They are so goofy. Little itty bitty goofy little stitches. So all right, I'm going to just weave in the end, and I think we're good for this little area. I think we could have maybe done a little bit more with the mushroom, but I think just doing this kind of does that job a little bit. I'll definitely play with that some more, though. What a silly little stitch. Yeah, I'm going to get close on YouTube for you guys. I don't know if I can get that close, but here we go. And then I want to show you guys, too. So here's what they look like. They're silly. Do I seal the stitches on the back to make sure they don't come undone? Caitlin Cleary, I do not. So the only reason, or the only time I think I would actually cover these up is if I knew that there's going to be a lot of aggressive handling of this side, let's say. So like if this was going to be a bag, like a tote bag or something, I would want to protect it with a lining or like a fusible web over the top to protect all of the stitches. But I am not worried about them coming out in the wash or anything like that at all. Weaving in the ends like how we are, I think, versus tying knots, I think that holds up to the wash really, really well. But yeah, if I'm gonna if this is like the inside of a bag and I'm like putting stuff in and out, then I'm always gonna be like kind of being aggressive and touching these stitches. Like, I don't want to like throw a scissors into a bag, right? And then like, grabbing the stitches. So in that case, I would either have a whole separate lining, because then you'd be touching the lining, you wouldn't be touching the stitches. Or if it was going to live on its own, like, on a sweatshirt or something, maybe I'd want to do this. I don't know if I would technically though, but maybe. I would get a fusible web. So if it was for a sweatshirt, I'd get a stretchy version. If it was for a woven fabric like this, I wouldn't need a stretchy version, but I'd probably get like some sort of iron-on version of that. And then I'd cut the shape and then I'd iron it on, and that would protect the stitches. I rarely do that though. I have definitely put a lining in a bag though, just so it would protect the stitches a little bit. So I don't know if that answered your question. But no, like if I did this for a tea towel or something like that, I would just leave it all exposed like this. I'm not worried about these stitches coming out at all. All right, there we are. I think we can call this whole top area done. Yeah, so we got all of the P's to do, and that does take some time, especially that I don't have either of the letters started. Okay, I really like this, you guys. I want to do a whole field of little goofy grass like this. They're silly. So that was fun. We learned a new stitch today, a stitch that I have never done before either. And it would work perfectly for the tail for sure if we did it longer, but I do kind of like it in this instance, just some extra texture there. Pretty fun. So tomorrow we'll work on the P's. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet, so let me know tomorrow if you have any ideas, and we'll work it out. So awesome, you guys. All right, so thank you again for joining me here tonight. There we go. He's looking so cute. Yeah, and we'll work on the letter P's tomorrow. So thanks again, everyone. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Good night.